guys, it's me, Lizzie, with The Real Deal, and this is probably about the 4th time I've done this take today because, well, it's really late at night. It's like past my bedtime already. I know. I'm just so old. I go to bed like at like 8 o'clock at night. Anyways, so today's tutorial, we are going to be doing another crochet tutorial. Please forgive my wording. I am having a very hard time speaking tonight. It has been a very long day of shopping everybody's groceries. I'm going to be showing you how to make these really adorable Mickey Mouse coasters. They are adorable, aren't they? And when we add the cute little bow, we get the Minnie Mouse coaster. Yay, Minnie Mouse. Alright, so here's the following items that we will need. We will obviously need some yarn. You do not need a lot of yarn to make these coasters, okay? If you're going to make the Minnie Mouse, it is highly advisable to use a different colored yarn. Now, we are also going to need a crochet hook. Okay, a 5mm crochet hook works just fine. We are going to need a tapestry needle and a pair of scissors. So, let's get our materials and let's get this started, and hopefully I make it through this without having to redo this all over again. Okay, so here we have our yarn. I am going to make a very quick slip knot. If you are not sure how to make the slip knot, please see the link in the description box. I will leave one there on how to make a slip knot. So here we go. We have B going over A, bada boop. A going over B, bada doop. We have our slip knot. Okay, now we are going to chain 4. And if you are not sure how to make a chain, I will also leave a link in the description box on how to make a chain. Okay, so we have our chain 4. We are going to slip stitch. Okay, so to slip stitch, we are going to put our hook through the stitch. We are going to pull our yarn through. Okay, and that is our slip stitch. Now, we are going to chain 2, 1 and 2. Hopefully my hands are staying within the frame. That is the biggest problem I have, is not leaving my hands where they belong for you guys to see everything. Now that's kind of important, right? Okay, so basically what we are creating is a little itty bitty ring, and I don't know if you guys can see it too well, but we do have a ring like right here in this center part here. Okay, we are going to be doing 11 double crochets in the center ring, okay? And I'm going to get myself a little slack here. Okay, so 11 double crochets. Now I have not taught you guys double crochets yet. If you know what a double crochet is, that works even better. Okay, so a double crochet, you're going to yarn over, put your hook in through the center of the ring, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So let's do that again, okay, because that's number 1. Yarn over, go through the ring, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. That's number 2. Yarn over, go through the ring, yarn over, pull through 2, bada boop, pull through 2, bada boop. Okay, so that's 3 and 4 and bada boop, 5, do 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, whoops, and number 11. Okay, don't worry about, you can at this moment, because we had, hopefully you've been working your little tail around here, because at this moment you can actually take this little tail just to get it out of the way, because this little tail means absolutely nothing to us. Okay, and we can clip that tail off and, well, bye bye, nice seeing you, tail. And we can kind of just hide that in there. See how I hid that in there? Okay, so we're going to go to the top chain Okay, so we're going to go 1, 2, and 3. This top one, we are going to do another slip stitch. Okay. Now, you may want to go back around before you even go any further, just to make sure that you have a total of literally 12 stitches, or 11 more double crochets, because this first chain 2 counted as a double crochet. So we are going to chain 2. We're going to do 1 double crochet into the next stitch right next to the chain 2. So not over here, but literally right here, because if you miss this one, if you miss this right here, you'll have a big giant hole and you'll be missing a couple stitches. So in the next chain, we are going to do 2 double crochets. Okay? And that is how we are going to do the rest of this going around this round. Round 2 is 2 double crochets all the way around. You should have 24 stitches by the time you're done. So if we count this right now for what I have, okay, I love using these multicolored yarns. Anyway, so these two count as 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, don't forget this one, and one more is 24. Now that we've come back, we come around, we go 1, 2, and 3, we slip stitch at the top chain, and we begin round number 3. There's only 4 rounds to this Mickey coffee coaster. Okay, so here we are, we're back around, we're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and right now I am at real time. I haven't even stopped this video to do anything. Okay, so just like before, we are going to do 1 double crochet into the stitch right below the chain 2, right next to the chain 2, and in the next stitch we are going to do 1 double crochet, and in the next stitch we are going to do 2 double crochets. Okay, and then in the next stitch we are going to do 1 double crochet, and then in the next one we're going to do 2 double crochets, and then the next one we're going to do 1 double crochet, and then 2 double crochets, and we are going to do that all the way around until we get to the very end. And at the very last stitch you should end up with 1 double crochet, because this one here that we did a chain 2 and then a double crochet right below it counts as 2. So 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. I am up to 2. One, 2, okay, so I'm going to continue doing this round and I'll be back with you guys in just a moment. Okay, so I am back at the very end and I want to show you, do not skip this little chain right here. Do not skip this spot. Okay, this this part, this one here, right before we slip stitch, needs a double crochet, and that is your last single double crochet. So all the way around, you should be doing a single double, single double, single double, single double, all the way around, and then you're going to get to one last single when you get to the end. And we're going to slip stitch at the top chain. You are going to chain 2. This is going to be the last time that you make him larger. Okay, we are going to double crochet into the top to the we're going to double crochet right next to this chain 2. Okay, we're going to do 1 double crochet and 2 double crochets. So 1, 1, and then 2. Okay. Okay, so let's do that one again. Single, 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets. Okay, and we see how we are making Mickey round. Okay, so let's continue that. 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, and 2 double crochets. So continue that 1, 1, 2 all the way around, and I will be back when we get to the very end. Okay, so when you come back around to the end of this, you should end up with two single double crochets. Okay, so now this is the very end. This is the Mickey body. We can see how nice and round he is. Okay, we're ready to do some ears. So to end this round, we're going to 1, chain 2. We're going to take our scissors. Okay, we're going to make enough along the tail that we can weave this in a little while. Okay. Okay, so basically, now that we have that done, okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take our little tapestry needle. What did I do with mine? And we are going to weave our tail in. Okay, I don't like to leave tails sitting out because sometimes we forget to like weave them in, and I'm having a heck of a time threading this needle today, and it could be just because it is like way past my bedtime. And I have a funny feeling this is going to be a super long video because I'm actually making something with you guys, not just showing you where to go with something. Okay, so we can see that we have a little bit of a whiter color, so we're gonna stick with going towards like the white as far as hiding this one in, because we are using such a multicolored yarn. It's not going to take much to hide this, and boom, that's hidden. Okay, we're going to pull it a little bit, and we're going to clip it very close to the yarn without clipping the other yarns, and like magic, that little tail is now hidden into our thing. And by all means, if you don't want to make Mickey, this is a perfect size for a coaster. We can see that my coffee mug fits on it very nicely. It's a very nice pattern, very nice shape. You can also do some other embellishments if you know what you are doing. Now, what I'm going to do is I am going to start making Mickey's ears, which if you thought the coaster was easy, the ears are even easier. I will make 1 ear for you, and then you can go ahead and make 2 ears. So again, we have to have a slip knot. Okay. We are going to chain 4 again. 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to recommend that you do not try to do the slip knot or the magic circle with these, just because the magic circle does not stay closed all the time, and you're gonna have to continuously close it. So just like with the body of them, we're going to chain 2, and we're going to double crochet 11 double crochets in the center. 1, 2, okay, yarn over, insert our hook, bada bing, bada boom. 1, 2, 3. I'm sorry, I can't count. That's number 4. 5. Alright, come back when you, I'll be back when we have 11 and I'll show you how to do the rest. Okay, so we have our 11 in the ring. We're going to go to the top stitch. We are going to slip stitch and we are going to chain 2. You're going to do 1 double crochet in the first stitch and then 2 double crochets all the way around. And I believe this is as far as we go with his ears. Okay. And when I am all done with this, I will be back and I will show you how to sew Mickey's ear on. Now, obviously, you are going to need 2 of these. So you're going to have to do this part twice because you're going to need 2 ears. Mickey can't hear unless he has 2 ears. Okay. Now, you can most certainly, when these are done, you can add a single layer of single crochet around, give it a little finishing, or you can just leave them the way they are. I mean, it's totally up to you. Crocheting is fun. It is very stress relieving. Like, I could do crocheting all day, all night, and be perfectly happy doing this. So I'm going to make my 2 ears, and then I will be back to show you how we attach his ears. Okay, just so that I make sure I make everything clear. Once we get to the end of the round, we're going to slip stitch at the 3rd chain from the top. We're going to chain it twice, and we're going to give this a very long, like about 12 to 14 inches long tail, and we're going to pull right through. Okay, and that's our tie off for the ear. There we have Mickey's ear. Alright, so do 1 more of these, and when you get back, I will show you how to attach his ears. But make sure that you have long enough yarn so that we have yarn to attach his ears with. Alright, I'm going to do 1 more. When I come back, I will show you how to attach the ears. Okay, so I am back and I've made both my ears. I have them lined up where I would theoretically like them to be, just so that I can see how my Mickey is going to look. I'm actually very pleased with this. And you're going to notice that the ears are going to be a little bit on the kind of, they curl a little. It all depends upon how your stitching is and how tight your stitches are. And I'm really sorry that this is such a long video. In any sense, so here we go. We're going to attach his ears to the best of what we can do. Okay. The main thing is you just want to make sure that his ears are completely attached, because the last thing you want is Mickey's ears falling off his head. Right? So we are going to thread our little yarn through our little eye. And I'm going to line up this like right around here. And I'm going to kind of go with the flow, because let's just remember that this whole thing is round. So if we really need to, I am not the best sewer. I just like to make sure that his ears are completely attached. And it's just that simple. Just literally just sewing them on. I don't do a lot of crocheted pieces where I actually have to sew. This is why I don't generally do granny square blankets and things, because I don't like to sew. You know, growing up, I mean, I can sew a button on a shirt if I have to, but I would just prefer to just go out and let somebody else sew the button on for me. At least I know it'll stay there. Okay, so what I like to do with these is I like to make sure that I hide the tails in the back, okay? And I see that I'm working with a lot of green. I'm going to put 1 more stitch in the back here, And I'm getting ready to make my knot and tie this off. This is the one part where you want to make sure that this knot is snug and tight, like as if you were to sew something yourself. Now this piece here, we want to hide this tail. So eventually this is going to be a tail. So about 3 or 4 stitches in should hide this sufficiently enough. What I generally like to do with this to make sure that this tail is hidden is I generally pull this a little taut, clip it really close, and that tail is definitely hidden in my piece. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and sew this other ear on. I'm going to then show you how to make Minnie Mouse's bow, and you want to just kind of just eyeball where his other ear needs to be, okay? And if you want to, you can totally line this up so that the colors match, so you're not seeing the stitching on its ear if that really bothers you, but we can always put a bow on it and nobody's going to notice it. Okay, so that's basically what we're doing right now is we are just sewing Mickey's ears on. We are going to make sure that his little ears are nice and secure. And like I said, I am not like the master when it comes to sewing. Sewing is not my favorite thing to do. So, I'm going to continue sewing his ears on. When I come back, we are going to make the little bow. I'm going to show you how to attach the bow onto my other black Mickey just so that you guys get to see it and I don't have to make another Mickey Mouse to make a Minnie Mouse. Alright, I'll be back soon. I just want to show you that our little Mickey is done. He is looking absolutely adorable. I am actually really pleased with him. So what I want to show you now is I want to show you how to make the bow that can be attached onto Mickey. So any color thread yarn that you want to use, make a slip knot. The bow is really simple. It is just basic single crochet. So you're going to chain 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, so we're going to do 1 single crochet in every single chain across. We're going to skip this one here right next to our hook. We're going to go into the next one. We should have 8 single crochets by the time we're done. 1, okay. We're going to chain 1, turn our work, and do 1 single crochet in every stitch across, and this is the repeat for the next 4 rows. Okay, so you should have something that kind of looks like this as far as the bow is concerned. I'm going to chain 1, and we're going to clip this a little bit long, just a little bit, and we're going to pull it through. Now, we're going to get out our trusty little sewing needle. We're going to thread our eye on both ends, and we're going to just get these ends to go through. Okay, so we're just going to go through the back of this, and we're not going to make it too much. 3 or 4 like stitches in should be perfect. We're going to clip these as we do them. Okay, I'm going to get rid of this little tail. Like I said, we already know how much I love to sew. Okay, so we want to make sure that this is like one piece. stuck, and I'm going to lose my shape if I'm not careful. So I'm going to like pull this right back out, okay? So it's just a matter of playing with your little bow. I mean, it's a bow. It's not like it's a major catastrophe. Okay, so we're going to try to shape this guy, and what you basically want to do is you want to pinch it together. You see how we're forming a little bow there? Alright, so now what we need to do to finish this bow is make a slip knot. And I actually want to make this a little bit. Okay, that should be enough. So one, you want to make sure you have a pretty decent, slightly decent tail on this end. Actually, I'm going to restart that over again. How do we pull this out? We just pull our knot out. Okay, so you want to make a little bit of a, at least there's a little bit of an end. Boop, boop, slip knot. And I'm really, really sorry, guys. It's getting really, really late. This is going really, really long, and I'm really, really tired. 1, 2, and 3. So that's all this is 3. Okay, and we're gonna tie this off. Okay, pull this through. We're not gonna tie it tight. Okay, we're just gonna clip this off, pull it through. All right. So what we want to do is we want to make sure that we pinch this guy together as much as possible to make our little bow. Okay, bows are really, really easy, but they can also be really, really annoying too. Ha ha ha. No, I'm just kidding. They're not annoying, they're just little things, you know. And all you want to do is double knot the back of this really, really tight. Okay, get that as center as you possibly can. Okay, the little braided area with the chain, that's what makes the embellishment on this. And we're going to tighten this up. We're going to tighten it up really, really well. Okay. And my paper's coming off, so you guys can't see what I'm doing. Okay. Just want to tighten it up. And lo and behold, we have a bow. Okay, now you can most definitely sew this right on to your Mickey or Minnie. If you want Mickey one day and Minnie another day, I am going to show you how to sew Minnie's ear on. Okay? And we're going to use this black Mickey to make Minnie Mouse. Alright, so we're just going to thread our string through. At least this is how I would do this, just to make it a little easier on myself. Okay? And we already have this on here, so I'm just going to go through her ear a couple times, and okay, we're basically just attaching Minnie's ear to, or bow to the piece. Right now it's already semi-attached. Okay, and I gotta make sure I get my tails out. Alright, you guys, I'm going as fast as I can to try to make this a short video. And, well, we're making something, so it's not going to be a short video, unfortunately. Okay, start time on this was like 5 minutes, or about, I want to say 7 o'clock or 7:30. This is taking me a little bit about an hour, and I'm just tying this off just to get her bow to stay on her ear. And I don't know what it is. You can put Minnie's bow right in the middle of her head if you want. I just happen to like it on the side. It's just me. But that's basically what we are working with as far as Minnie's bow and how to attach it to her ear. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed watching the tutorial on how to make Mickey and Minnie, the 2 most adorable little coasters I've ever made in my lifetime. I thank you for watching. Remember, have fun with what you're doing, and always keep it real, because I can tell you right now, I am really tired. So, have a nice night. Thank you for watching. Good night, guys.